Alright, I'm Matt and I'm back with Outer Wilds, where we paid a short visit to the radio tower and to the interloper, and also found escape pod 3 in Dark Bramble. Escape pod 3, one of 3 Nomai escape pods that crashed in our solar system. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the vessel, which was badly damaged. The survivors from escape pod 3 detected 2 distinct beacons from the vessel, as if it was in 2 locations at once. Nomai grave. The survivors from escape pod 3 followed one of the 2 vessel beacons to a small dark bramble seed where they could go no further. The Nomai could faintly hear the vessel's beacon from within the seed, but the opening was too small for a single Nomai to fit through, much less an escape pod. The vessel's beacon was dying and would soon be gone completely. There's more to explore here. There is. Only I kinda ran out of time because of my fiddling around with the interloper. So what we are going to do is try and find us Dark Bramble again. Well, that didn't quite work as advertised, but it's fine. So, well, I found the Quantum Moon, which was not part. There we are. There we go. That's where I want to be. No, actually, there it is. Is that the Quantum Moon next to Dark Bramble? It is. Which we could fiddle around with that as well, but no. Next time, maybe, or after next time. Look, I've got a plan to find this vessel. Nope, yes. So, what I want to do here is to get back to the Nomai grave, to the distress beacon. Oop. Okay, which one? That one up there. So let's be sneaky sneaks. And maybe fly a bit more careful. Just a bit though. Okay, in, not away. Okay. Once again, that weird thing. With the red thing in the middle, which I'm going to ignore for now. Wait. At least try to not collide with it, because I got this feeling it may be alive, kind of. Maybe it's not, but I can't really tell. And seeing as most alive things in Dark Bramble kinda want to kill me, I do not feel like taking that chance. Okay. Let me ship through here. The big question is... Where's the seed? There it is. Okay. Grab that. And grab that. Yeah. Oh, what be you then? Be you what I think you be? I do think you are. Well, that was kind of dumb. Because I want this here. Okay, that would be the scout in there and also in the red signal. Speaking of being, that's a thing that does not like me overly much. Okay, Nomai Grave. If I launch my scout into the seed, I can take photos of an enormous derelict Nomai ship. I launched my scout into the seed at the Nomai Grave and took photos of an enormous derelict Nomai ship. And this is where things get interesting. Because I have a feeling if I do go for that, I'm gonna run into a bunch of anglerfish. Or is all of that... Are all of these moving parts pieces of the vessel? Good lord. That thing's gotta be big. Well, it does say enormous. Okay, duplicate signal. So... Well, that is an issue. Because there's anglerfish right around it. I may want to turn off my headlights. Alright. That's fine. I'm a little paranoid right now. Okay, we're good. I wasn't sure if I was actually recording. Problem is with the scout in here. Or with the... Well, so much for that. Okay, so... Blind they may be, but... hungry they also be. So, how to handle that? I think I want to go for the high energy lab for a change. Take another shot at that. Nope, that's the wrong twin. That's one. Okay, where's the gravity cannon? There. Because that's where the... Oh! Well, bit tentative landing, but that's okay. Touch and go. So let's take a shot at the high energy lab again. Boop, shortcut. Yeah, right, that was there. Oop. Yeah. Energy lab trailhead. Oop. Down. Wait. All right. Nope. Still not what I'm... Dang it! Okay, so... The thing I was thinking about here was twofold. For one, maybe we can get in from the top around here. Which is why I dumped the little scout down there. But it doesn't look like it. Idea would have been to maybe drop in from above. But that does not appear to be the case. And the other option would be a race against time. Which honestly I'm not a big fan of. Because it would be waiting for the sand to fill that pit far enough to get across those cacti unmolested. Which, as I said, not a big fan. Because for one thing, I don't know if that actually works. And for another, I don't know what the other side looks like. Well, the good news is it works. The bad? You're joking, are you? You have got to be shitting me. Oh no. Never mind. I mean, okay. It's still along the lines of you have got to be shitting me. Oh, right. Oh, come the fuck on. If you'll excuse my Klatschian. This is a way down. Alright, alright. Fine, then. Oh, come on. Whoop. Well, would you look at that. Butter my butt and call me a biscuit. Oh, is that information? Is this the information which portals are currently active? Nah, can't be. What if I close it again? Not sure what that is, actually. Well, let's not think too hard about it before we... Oh! Wait. Honestly, not sure what that does. Maybe I should read the manual first. Whatever passes as a manual among Nomai. Records show Nomai arriving at the warp receiver on Brittle Hollow very slightly before departing from the Whitehall station. Rami and I are devising an experiment to test if this is a real phenomenon or simple machine error. In theory, what we want to try to reproduce is a negative amount of time elapsing between something entering the black hole and exiting the white hole at its destination. Initial things first. Our experiment setup will first pair a small black hole core with a small white hole core to mimic the setup on the white hole station. Hypothesis: it is possible for an object to exit a white hole before entering the corresponding black hole. Okay. An update. Our experiment here reproduced the anomaly in arrival and departure times, but Pi is unconvinced it's more than an equipment error. I hope to strengthen the effect to render it visible to the unaided eyes. To that end, we've decided to try adding more energy. I imagine the Sunless City's energy supply should prove sufficient. Of note, Rami, Yarrow requests that we let him know before we reroute energy to the experiment. I'd hate to leave him in the dark. Figuratively or literally? All available energy has been rerouted from the city to our experiment. Rami and I are about to run a new test. Hypothesis confirmed. Hypothesis confirmed. I saw it. Pi saw it. Hypothesis confirmed. This is beyond extraordinary. This changes everything. What a beautiful day for the intersection of abstract theory and practical application. Okay. Good lord, there's... Oh, hello there. That's the busted door. So, yep. That's the twins. That's Timber Hearth, I think. That's Brutal Hollow. That's Giant's Deep, I think. So probably the Sun Station here. The Southern Observatory is asking if creating a 22-minute interval is possible. That is, to have something arrive 22 minutes before it is actually sent through the warp. We've learned the negative interval of time between departure and arrival can be increased by adding more energy to the warp core. Problematically, the energy required to extend the interval increases at an exponential rate. Hypothesis: creating a 22-minute long interval is possible, but we are currently unable to generate the necessary energy. Oh, fiddlesticks. Rami and I believe it would be necessary to invent a new method of producing energy, a thrilling but enormous undertaking. We would also require advanced warp technology able to handle such energy. We would also likely need an enormous space to fit these proposed new energy and warp technologies together. The only location large enough would be Ash Twin. The energy is currently unavailable, you say? Your gas Pi. My pun was unintended, Rami, so I believe it's you who's airy form. God. Okay, and what's this one then? The Ash Twin project will be one of our biggest undertakings, metaphorically and physically. To build it, we need a way to travel quickly between Ash Twin and each location that holds crucial project materials. What if we used warp towers, like the one we have on the Whitehall station, to connect Ash Twin directly to each critical location? Poke, Root and I can begin work on this immediately in the Black Hole Forge. This will keep us busy. Of note, each tower on Ash Twin will warp to a different planet. My gratitude to those who noted my imprecise language. Yes, the Sun is not a planet. I believe this has been sufficiently clarified. Kindly stop reminding me. We can design each tower to visually reflect its warp destination. Exactly. The Giant's Deep Tower, for instance, could resemble a cyclone, and we could model the Timber Hearth Tower after a geyser mountain. That they did. That they did. And they did it well enough that I recognized it. Oh. Oh, could I? What does this do? Nope. Nothing at the moment. What if I throw one of those in? I see. That's the experiment. Huh. One black hole, one white. I see. I see. What if... And I don't know if I have enough time for this, but... What if I threw... Well, I can try to find a ship first, or have to try to find a ship. Shit, it's on the wrong side. Because what was on those towers? On Ash Twin. Looked to me very much oop. Bounced off. On the tower that I couldn't use, in fact, looked to me very much like a white hole thingy. Okay, target that. A white hole core. Jetpack, we're going to need that. No, it's a black hole core. Okay, never mind. So is this one. Okay. I was wrong. Ow. Well. Oh, I can't drop it even. Fine. So, let's see. High Energy Lab, Tower Designs, Ash Twin Project. The Nomai successfully reproduced the temporal anomaly first observed at the Whitehole Station. Warped objects appear to arrive before they depart. The Nomai discovered they could increase the negative time interval between arrival and departure by adding energy to the warp cores. The Nomai wanted to know if a 22-minute negative time interval was possible. They concluded it would require new technology to produce the necessary energy as well as an advanced warp core to handle those energies. Ash Twin was proposed as a location for the project. Ash Twin Tower Designs. Designs for each of the towers on Ash Twin's equator. Each tower warps to a different planet, although many Nomai were quick to note that the sun is not actually a planet. Each tower was designed to visually reflect its warp destination. The towers allowed the Nomai to quickly travel between Ash Twin and all other locations crucial to the Ash Twin project. Nomai planned to construct technology capable of producing a 22-minute negative time interval on Ash Twin. And yet. Oh, right. But I don't think I can reach that gravity cannon on Ember Twin. Not anymore. Not with how much of the planet has already been buried. So let's try for another warp, shall we? Drop that one here. Wait. Which is which? Okay, this is Ash. Rather that Nomai is. I should have, remembered that part. Can't remove that. In theory, this should get me to Ash Twin because there was that whole yes! Ooh boy! Oh. 18 minutes, 26 seconds ago, received data from previous cycles. Masks receiving data from Probe Tracking Module, Giant Steep Memory Statue, Timber Hearth Memory Statue. 4 minutes until end of cycle transmission. Oh ho! So, what was that? 22.5 minutes then. Well, that's the mask that fell down. Oh boy, 4 minutes to read all this? I think I'm gonna have to revisit. Today we finished the excavation of Ash Twin. Here in this space we carved, we will craft our most ambitious project yet, the Ash Twin project, powerful enough to send information back in time. We've also finished relocating all subterranean plants we met while digging. We'll need to keep our eyes on how significantly we've altered the environment here. How far we've come since our experiments at the High Energy Lab. I still can hardly believe Ram's hypothesis was true. There's another statue, but I've already got one. Poke just sent the warp core for the final tower to us from the Black Hole Forge. Now Ash Twin can be connected with Giant Steep, where Cassava is working with Avens to craft the orbital probe cannon, and where Phlox is sculpting the memory statues. Hypothesis. It was not by accident the core of our warp tower was the last one to be forged. Hypothesis, the cores could have been forged faster if Cassava had interrupted my work less frequently to ask for updates. The important point is we are all connected through Ash Twin now, and also that I'm no longer needed for mediating your disagreements. Our friends on Giant Steep tested the orbital probe cannon today. Mallow tells me the cannon is doing well and that Avens advocates for more launch power. If anyone can coax the maximum power from a device, Avens can. But then, if anyone can goad a device into exploding, that too is likely Avens. Perhaps I should check in with the orbital probe cannon crew in the interest of safety. Would it help to remind Avens that Mallow, his love, will be one of the Nomai aboard the cannon, or is Mallow part of the problem? If I remember, they were. Phlox and Daz finished the memory statues today, and they are truly remarkable. When the Ash Twin project succeeds, or in the event it fails, the memory statues will activate, allowing us to gather more data before we shut down the project. Pi and Idea have worked hard on the Sun Station and it at last is complete. If everything goes as planned, this structure will prompt the Sun's explosion, which will in turn supply the power the Ash Twin project requires. Those... The Sun exploding was not a bug, it's a fucking feature? Are you shitting me? I'm impressed by their mental fortitude. This was the project's most difficult task, in more ways than one. You have got to be shitting me. We're nearly ready to activate the Ash Twin project. Here's what will happen. First, the Sun Station will receive the order to fire at the Sun, prompting it to explode. Using the energy from the resulting supernova, the Ash Twin project will send the order for the orbital probe cannon to fire back in time by 22 minutes. Exactly 22 minutes after these orders are received, the Sun Station will again trigger the supernova to send the probe data from this cannon launch back in time. In total, each cycle created by the Ash Twin project will last precisely 22 minutes. We can end this cycle at will. So why didn't you? These words are difficult to write. The Sun Station did not work. However, this is the closest we have ever been. The Ash Twin project is theoretically sound. We were only unable to power it. Perhaps there is another way. Suppose we redesign the Sun Station. To generate power of that magnitude, a supernova is still our only viable option. I believe we can still find a way to create a supernova, my friend. Don't lose hope. This is easier expressed than accomplished. You can wait for the Sun to explode on its natural timeline if you prefer, Idea, but you'll need to find some way to halt our aging process. So, did it work or didn't it? It looked like it did. We are halting our research into creating a supernova for this moment. A comet has newly arrived in the solar system and we are anxious to explore it. It's been a very long time since we last explored somewhere new, so we're excited to welcome this comet. Imagine what knowledge might be gained there. Yeah, what knowledge was gained there? I mean... Wait a second. That's the Sun, that's fine. You're about to access the core while the Ash Twin project is active. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project. I'm not sure I do want to do that. Artificial gravity control. Got a feeling if I pull it down, it will turn it off. Giant Steep, Timber Hearth, Brittle Hollow. And I think I've had all those texts already from the other side. Advanced Warp Core, yes. Yeah, that was about the durability. That's Timber Hearth. That was all the materials that have been sent. Yeah, the ore, the shell. Yeah. Yeah. Install the masks, the statues. So... Oh! I see. I see. Huh. So I could have probably entered that black hole and ended up 22 minutes in the past, eh? But yeah, that kind of threw me. I'm gonna admit. So that I am going to have to check in the log. Because... wow. That... yeah, that... Speaking of being speechless. So, Ash Twin Project. That's all though. A hollowed out chamber inside Ash Twin. The energy cables from the surface are plugged into a protective casing at the center of the planet. There are 8 monoliths with Nomai masks attached. 3 of the masks are actively receiving data from the probe tracking module, Giant's Deep and Timber Hearth respectively. The Ash Twin project was designed to use the energy from a supernova triggered by the Sun Station to send probe data from the orbital probe cannon 22 minutes into the past. The Sun Station did not work, although the Ash Twin project was theoretically sound, the Nomai were unable to power it. There is an advanced warp core inside the protective casing at the center of the planet. Removing the core will disable the Ash Twin project. The big question is, do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Because I'm at the moment not entirely sure that will avoid the sun exploding. Will it? It will just stop sending data back, won't it? Gonna give that a bit more of a thought. Kinda reminds me of that one episode of Schlock Mercenary. Now we can call for help, that means we don't have to. Okay, in any case, this was kind of a wham episode. Did not see that coming. I thought I might be able to get into Ash Twin, but if I'm lucky, but all that we have learned there, yeah, still a bunch of questions open, of course, but you know, we're finally starting to get some big answers, which of course leads to bigger questions. In any case, we're going to look into that later on. We still got to visit the Nomai vessel, get past all the anglerfish somehow, and also what do we also need to do? Oh yeah, figure out what's up with that with the interloper, with that frozen shuttle there. And of course, get to the Sun Station. Plus, visit the 6th location with the Quantum Moon, and maybe find or do something about the coordinates for the Eye of the Universe. But yeah, that's all up for another episode. And until then, thank you and good night.